Knock him out the box, Rick. Knock him out, Rick. Knock him out the box. All right, we don't really have like an intro for this thing. So maybe that is the intro, me saying there's no intro, but the show's called, what is it? I'm just kidding. Misunderstood with Papa Rick.
Okay.
You know, all right. Just trying it out. Trying it out for size. I want to say it.
Yeah.
Kind of spin off of the like Papa Smurf concept. I feel like that's what I kind of relate to. I've been trying to, figure myself out, as you know, trying different things, business ventures, putting on fucking events and shit with you guys that over the years, man. Like, dude, all of that was part of this journey, man. Like all that shit. Like,
I know
you guys, the conversations we've had, Paris, man, that Vegas trip, dude.
That was lit.
I will never forget that
I'm
Vegas
mad
trip.
I forgot my ID.
You guys went to Vegas without me?
No, this was like a minute ago. This was like I first met Rick.
Yeah.
We
Damn.
went.
The first time I met Paris,
we went to Vegas.
yeah, I said, let's go with us.
It was-
And he's like, no, I can't. And I'm like, you can. You don't have to go. I'm just saying you can. And he's like, well, yeah. I'm like, okay, so then choose. He's like, no, I can't go. I go, no, but you just said you can. He go, oh, yeah, I can. So you don't want to go. He goes, no, I want to go. I'm like, let's go. And I was like, dude, you should go. Because I feel like if you go, it's going to be worth it. It was with his brother, London.
Yeah.
You guys
So I was going with London.
We both went. He pulled up and was like, yo, you ready to go? And at the time, I was in like a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
And like, I was just thinking about telling this girl, I'm about to go to Vegas. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And he was like, nah, you should come. So, I put on my big boy pants and I was like,
I'm going to Vegas.
I'm going to Vegas. So
Dude.
we went to Vegas, but I didn't have an ID at the time.
Dang.
So I was kind of limited on what I had to do.
Y'all couldn't
but it
sneak them in?
We got
got
in
into
the
a few
club and
places.
stuff like
I mean,
that.
you have a twin, bro. Why couldn't you use
Right.
his ID?
No, we did.
We did.
We did.
We did. He went in.
Yeah, I
and
would go in with London and then
come
he'd
back
go in
out,
with
give me the
London.
ID,
Yeah,
and
so,
boom, boom.
Yeah.
So it worked, but I would have liked to have my ID because we
Yeah.
did more stuff.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it was a cool trip.
But I feel like the ride was probably just as
Yes.
important because it was like 3 hours of like
Just
talking about life.
It was just you three?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't even know why we went to Vegas.
I think you had some business out there to do or something.
I don't remember the business part.
Uh,
I'm just saying, I don't really remember the trip other
We
than
really went to
we
have
got you to
fun.
go.
we really went to
I
have
honestly
fun.
don't remember because
There was
after
no business.
like years go by and you smoke, a lot of weed
Yeah.
and like you start forgetting stuff. I don't remember. Like you have selective memory. You only have so much room in your head for events. You start
Yeah.
like filing them under like headings. You can't
Yeah.
remember every fucking thing, right?
And
So-
you remember highlights.
But the only thing I remember about that trip is that we got you to go.
Yeah.
And that we were like talking about philosophy the whole time and you didn't know what you wanted to do. And then you tried, we worked together a little bit. You were doing some video for me, remember? And you were very talented, man. Right? And then, but then we had a lot of talks about doing what you love.
Because in the relationship at the time, I wasn't doing music for like a year and a
Right.
half. Like I just
Damn.
didn't have the energy or the mind capacity to do music. So I didn't do music. So I just kind of like picked up a camera and kind of just like, that's what it was for like a couple months. And then,
Right.
but during the car ride, it was kind of just like Rick telling me like, yo, like, it's what you love, man, go do it. And then it was just like, he actually helped me get out of my depression. Like it
Yeah.
was crazy. Like you helped me a lot.
Rick's good for that.
Yeah.
Appreciate
He helps
that,
a
man.
lot of people, man.
Tell me more because I need to hear. No, because like, let me just say, when you choose something you don't love, man, that fucks with your confidence because
Fact.
you suck at it.
Yeah.
Or you do it, but you're dragging your ass and you don't feel good about yourself because you know the truth. You know you're like barely getting to work and like, oh man, I don't want to do this. And you're just like punching a clock or whatever. You don't feel good. You get more and more, your self-esteem suffers with that. So it's very hard to have the confidence to pursue what you think you really want to do.
Yeah.
If you don't think you're good enough, So that was a good trip for both of us, man, because I was evolving during that time too and trying to like start new businesses and you know what I mean? So I came in contact with a lot of people over the last 5 years when I really opened up and started thinking everything's possible. And working with artists helped me, man, because I worked with people that dreamt big, and I was never around that.
Yeah.
Seriously, man, that helped me a lot. Like you, Sam, all those people that, were like going after their dreams, doing what
Yeah.
they love, struggling, but we're like, fuck it.
Still making it
I'm gonna
happen.
grind it out.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then you see success and you go, damn, people do it. People do it. I mean, you just got to stick to it. And sometimes it won't be exactly what you thought it would be, right? But it could be in the field that you're interested in. Like, if you stick to music and you're in the music industry for 20 years and you don't fuck up, you're going to be somewhere, man. You're going to be producing music. You're going to be recruiting artists. You're going to be choreographing. You're going to be writing songs. You're going to be singing. You're going to be performing. You're going to be doing something unless you give up and don't make it because you run out of gas, run out of money,
See,
whatever it is.
I feel like with success, I mean, what I've been thinking like recently, like for the last like 3 months, I feel like like our success is like, say if like the people who believe in me and that I inspire, like say I just drop everything right now, all those people that are inspired by me won't fulfill their dreams because I feel like our success is tied into other people's success as well.
Absolutely, dude.
So it's just like
It's not honest to have to do it for other people, but that is a good motivator if
yeah,
that's important to you.
just know because it's just like if I stop, all the people who believe in me will stop.
Yeah.
The people who
That's
believed
deep.
in me and who rooted for me or I inspire on a day-to-day basis or whatever the case may
Right.
be. So it's just kind of something to keep in mind. Just like,
Dude,
I mean, I got to keep going. You know what I mean? Because
there's a principle that reminds me of, which is whether you're religious or not, which, look, I'm not religious, but it's always more effective, I think, to have a bigger purpose
yeah,
because times are going to get tough. This game is hard. It's like set up to be hard.
yeah,
You shouldn't be surprised that every step of the way is a challenge, man. It's like doing a puzzle. You know what I mean? Like with 1,000 pieces. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna go, oh, it fits right, perfect. No, it's gonna be like, oh, fuck, I thought that fit. Damn. All right, damn, this is like the 20th damn piece. Like you got to build a team.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot you have to do, by the way. It's not just you
Yeah.
making music. You need to have the right team, and that's puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to get the wrong. There's no way you're gonna pick all the right pieces. I'm just telling you right now.
facts.
You probably already experienced that.
Yeah, multiple
So
times.
if you're gonna give up before the puzzle's complete, that's on you.
Yeah.
But you didn't know any better, maybe. But I'm telling you. So maybe this is actually something I realized recently. So I'm glad it came up because that puzzle analogy is so like
Yeah.
spot on, man. It's like every business, every job, the parenting, everything I've ever done, life is very analogous to a puzzle, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, right? Don't you feel like, God damn it, can't one thing be easy? And once in a while you go, oh shit, that fit. Fuck.
Perfect.
Dude, the cable works. Sweet, right?
Yeah.
But usually, like for anything, making something, it's like, fuck, I thought that fit. Dang it. All right. It looks it's perfect. And then you try relationships, people. You got to go through a lot of girls or boys or
To
whatever it
find
is to figure out who fits your puzzle. And your puzzle piece is not a simple little 1,000-piece shape.
Yeah.
It's more like 1,000,000 pieces, really, because everyone's customized. There's never been a piece like you. It's all unique, dude. A lot of layers, a lot of dimensions, a lot of emotions, a lot of like wrong ideas, like abuse, like stories you told yourself or someone told you you're bad, you're not good, you're nothing, whatever. That fucks you up, man. That shit fucks you up. That's kind of why I want to do this more than anything, is to like free people's mental prisons, man. Because I was in one. I'm not saying I'm totally free, but I'm so aware of when like, that's why I'm not superstitious to like a point. Like when somebody tries to give me a lucky rabbit, I'm like, hey, I really appreciate that. I just don't want to be driven by anything like luck wise, because I want to try to like play 100% and like take responsibility for shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, oh, come on, rabbit's foot. You know what I'm? That's not gonna work, man. That's not how the game. I'm trying to be the best player. I'm trying to do the best with what I was given.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
You can't control the game, but you can control the player.
Factious.
I agree 100%.
And you are in control of that motherfucker, whether you like it or not. He might be a little bit overweight, right? He's trying to get that 15 pounds that he just can't. He's
Shake.
getting there. Hey, 13 to go.
Yeah.
I did gain 1 pound back, but I was down at 13 to go. Right? I'm just
Yeah.
saying, man. Like, but you know what? I learned to accept myself at all times. That was key, dude. Not to keep like riffing here, but
Yeah.
like, I'm just saying, like, how did I get myself better? Because I was like a 3 out of 10 in terms of like effective, like an effective person. You know what I'm saying? And now I feel like I'm more like a 7 or 8. That's a lot of work, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Lot of
like for
self-work.
every year, one's level. It's like 1 level for every year. I think if you're at a 3, like if you're at a 3 confidence or self-esteem, like you just feel like you're a piece of shit, it's going to take you like a year probably for every level. You can't be like giving up just because it didn't work right away.
100%.
That was a big realization. I keep telling Josh, change is slow. If you didn't figure that out, you probably haven't changed, because until I realized that, I kept giving up. Like, oh, fuck, I can't lose weight. I can't get in shape. I gain it all back. Now I just get right on the horse because I'm like, even if I fall off, I'm like, change is slow. I got to sometimes take a step back.
Yeah.
And I may not like it, but I'll just go, all right, dude. Next time, maybe don't eat the whole half gallon of ice cream. But hey, I'm doing Peloton. I have a right to eat some ice cream once in a while. I am like, I need to get to my goal weight with ice cream. That's my goal.
With ice cream.
Yeah. I want ice cream to be in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like once a month, maybe. Something.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up on ice cream yet.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I think if I had given up ice cream a year ago, I might be like a couple pounds away.
Yeah.
That thing adds 10 pounds, man, that addiction. But, nobody's perfect, man. I got a lot of demons still that I'm having to battle at times.
Yeah.
A lot less frequently, but they're there, man. The like anger that you might have harbored still for, father or maybe mother for like whatever, for maybe even for mother for being in some or in situations like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever your case may be, but
Definitely.
I definitely improved by like paying attention to that shit, like
Yeah.
noticing, catching myself, and like, damn, I'm getting angry right now. Okay, is that really a big deal? Was that really personal? Like I just started rethinking everything, man. I was telling Josh that if I was talking to me when I was his age, 23, I would have had to go through everything. Like, dude, women, no, it's not what you think, man. Nope. Relationships, no, dude, no. Silent treatment, no. Don't, please, Rick, please do me a fucking favor. For the next 10 years, you're gonna do the silent treatment. Don't do that shit, dude. I used to tell my ex, you know what? Don't talk to me then for 4 days. Like, put a fucking limit on that shit.
Yeah.
I misunderstood a lot of shit. And I was misunderstood too, because I didn't know who the hell I was, nor did anybody else.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to follow my instincts at all. Accounting, what the hell? What was I thinking? My kids are like, what were you thinking, Dad? I'm like, that's how like blind I was with my mental prison. I was just told, no, you go to college, you figure it out. Everyone does that. And then like, all right, it was my second year. I already tried biology, chemistry, being a doctor. Okay, the guy's like, accounting is really like steady. Like economy goes up, economy goes down. You got a job. I'm like, and you're good at math, you said. I'm like, yeah. Accounting. I'm like, okay, that's a dumb reason to pick your future, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
It's not even you picking your future. It's
Right.
somebody else.
Dude, I already know if I could go back, I would have probably tried drama, like film. And I ended up getting back into it back door, like having a 25-year Nelson Mandela prison sentence in the corporate and cubicle offices. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did actually very well. That was the trick. Like Just because you're doing well doesn't mean you're happy, man.
Yeah.
I was making good money, but like I wasn't happy, and that's like I want to make money. Don't get me wrong. I got to feed my kids and all that. So I'm a realist, but like I'm working so much harder now on this podcast. Even like every day is not even work. It's like, and I understand maybe I don't make money with this, but we're working hard on this business plan, this whiskey distillery, right? Like with a business partner I believe in. We like it's not just it's something I've been building toward. It didn't happen overnight. Like I kept working, but started doing things I like, started investing a little bit of money in film production so I could get access to the set and would take time off work to go to the set. And I met people. That was it. It was no secret.
Yeah.
People are like, how did you become an executive producer? Like, it's really not that complicated. First of all, you put money in a movie, you can be an executive producer a lot of times, right?
Yeah.
If you just want the title, right? And then the rest is like, yeah, dude, put 20 grand in some documentary, then you get access to the set. They're like, thank you, sir. Wow, you contributed to my movie. They will like treat you like royalty and take you on the set. Come anytime. You want to stand behind the camera? Just can you stand on that side? Yeah, no problem. Oh yeah, post that shit.
Yeah.
Like people don't realize it's not that hard. They just make it seem hard to themselves because it seems like, well, you don't. I was told by my wife, now she understands a little more, like that things are possible. She's like, you can't just make movies. Like people go to school, you got to go to film school. I'm like, stop. I met Phree and Sam, and they say you could do whatever the fuck you want. And look at these fucking people right here that did it. I'm not just saying me, like, look at these people that did it. And they're making good money and they struggled, but they got there. And then you're like, shit. You know, in the old days, people didn't really choose. They just took whatever paid them. You know what I'm saying? So they had a different mindset, but that doesn't mean it's true or accurate. You got to rethink everything for yourself, man.
Facts.
At some point in your life, take inventory of that shit, all your beliefs, because it was all handed to you. Just take a second to go, was that verified? Did I verify that with anybody? You might be like hating, like people are taught to hate another race, but they never stop to go, does that make any sense?
Yeah.
If they did and actually like, you know, learn, like educated themselves with like documentaries, books, whatever it is, they would probably change how they think, you know, but they don't always do that.
No, for sure.
I do want to go off on like tangents and talk about like principles because it's so important, man.
Facts.
Like that's the shit that kept elevating me one little drop at a time. Like, oh, I didn't think of it that way. And then
Just different
like,
perspectives.
yeah, how to feel confident when you're not confident. All that shit.
True,
right?
bro. That
Fake the confidence until you make the confidence.
I like that.
You gotta like kind of fake the confidence by saying, if I were confident, if I had released a song, right? Let's say 5 years from now, I released 10 songs already. Now, how do I act? What do I do? Because actions are all you need.
Facts.
You don't actually have to have the confidence. You just have to act confident. So you just say, all right, if I had released 10 songs already, I'm picturing myself, I'd be like, all right, get up probably fucking 8 a.m. You know, I'd probably fucking work out, get dressed, look good, feel good, and hit the studio.
Yeah.
And let's go work on that damn song. It's not ready yet. The beat's not quite right. You got to sculpt that thing, man. It doesn't just, sometimes it does, but usually you got to sculpt it, you know, go back but you're not going to sculpt some shit if you think it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So you got to just pretend to be confident. You can't be like, I'm never going to make it.
Facts.
You can't go into a fucking boxing match and your manager's like, dude, you sure you want to go out there, man?
Yeah.
Right?
Or just already like telling yourself, well, I might lose.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, that dude's big.
Yeah.
He's going to fucking murder you, man. You can't tell your boxer that. You got to be like, you the fucking greatest, motherfucker.
Facts.
Nobody can touch you. Like, we just emotional animals, man. Like, that's why having negativity around you, You
Yeah,
gotta cut. You gotta get them off your set,
you
man.
consume your whatever environment you're in. You consume the energy. I mean, because at the end of the day, we are energy. It's just
Yeah.
like whatever's around us, no matter how strong we think we are. That's how we're
Of
gonna end up
course.
like that.
People always say you're the average of the 5 people that are closest to you.
Exactly.
Absolutely, man.
It's
I have a
crazy.
great analogy for this, man. I gotta share it. I know I'm hogging the mic, and
I
I
know. Do you
promise
think?
I'm gonna give it to you. But I'm just excited. So like, just bear with me,
Do your
because such
thing.
a great analogy for you guys, man. This is your fucking movie. You the fucking sound, the music. You're the fucking producer, the director, the star. It's all coming out of your fucking eyes, nobody else's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's your fucking movie. And even if you got a great vision and you're confident in yourself, even if you are, you don't want people on your set just yapping away at your ear. This is stupid. Who do you think you are? Think you're gonna make a fucking movie? You know what? Listen, motherfucker. You say one more fucking word, you off the set.
You are.
And if they won't leave the set, guess what? I'm gonna take my fucking set and pack it up and move, and you know you're not even gonna know where the fuck I am.
Yeah.
Get off my set. And it's not because you don't love the person. It's just you can't make your movie if somebody's fucking yelling every time you call action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, god damn it. If I gotta hear you one more time, because that shit's distracting me.
Facts.
It's not that they really control me, let's say, but like you said, you feed off that energy. You can't
Yeah.
help but hear it. Your ears are working. What, are you gonna plug your ears? So you have to take control of the movie set, man.
Yeah.
And you gotta say, we gotta pack up and go, or come here for a second. I love you. Really, I do. I know it's not your fault, but you gotta get off the set. I'll call you. I'll call you like once a month, once a year, once every 5 years. I'll decide because it depends on you. If you're nice to me, I'll call you once a week.
Hey.
If you're not, maybe once a year.
Find
I
out.
choose. Sorry.
True.
It's not, look, I'm not telling you have to act different. I'm just telling you I can't have you on my set. I'm trying to make some movies here. I'm trying to make some music. I can't make music when you're, telling me all this negative stuff in my ear.
100%.
Very important, man. And you know damn well all of us got those people. I gotta say, since I turned 40, not many.
Yeah.
Dude, even look, I love everybody. I actually love everybody. Even people I don't like, I love them. I just don't like it. I don't want to hang out with everybody.
Yeah.
And some people aren't nice to me, man. Right? And some people talk down to me and make me feel bad about myself. And I don't
Yeah.
need that. Like, it's not that I'm trying to avoid reality. I want feedback, but not negativity. When they're trying to they're bitter, they're not happy, they got problems, they got mental health issues, maybe. I'm sorry. I love you, but if you're gonna hit me over the head every 5 seconds with a fucking baseball bat, I'm gonna have to say I love you from far away.
Yeah.
That's all. And that was a big realization because over time, a lot of friends fell off because, they weren't getting the attention they wanted from me. And I was like, look, I'm not going to hang out with you just because you're pressuring me to hang out with you.
Yeah.
It's my fucking movie, dude.
I'll see you on the next set.
Right.
I mean, it be like that
Take
sometimes.
take control, man. Because that's hurt you probably in your pursuit of your dreams. Like, other people weighing us down, man. And it happens to all of us. We got to take care of people around us. But how are you going to make your movie? I say you tell these people, hey, I love you. And that's kind of what I did. Hey, I love you, but I'm busy. I got to do stuff.
Yeah.
When I make my movie and get paid, I'll be back. I'll send the rope down and be like, come on up.
Come on.
I made some money. Like,
We're
I don't
good
have
now.
time right now. I got to
Nice.
hustle right now. Knock him out the box, Rick. Knock him out, Rick. Knock him out the box.
I think
You
You
that's
got to give yourself the oxygen mask first before you take, even on the planes, they tell you that.
yeah.
Take care of yourself so you can breathe before you start taking care of someone else.
I've gotten the habit of I guess tending to other people's needs before mine, and that killed me through life. Well, just for a couple years, you know what I mean. But now, I feel I don't know. Just I've been in just a very type of weird place, I guess, in my life. I guess right now, and even with music, because I feel I'm on the right path. I know I'm on the right path. And doing what I'm supposed to do. But I mean, a part of me feels like just something's been missing, but I'm not sure what it is yet. There's a part of me with something missing. I don't know what it is,
See
but
what it is.
I don't know what it
What
is,
it
but
is.
it's just something's just been missing, and I just feel like um, I don't know. I feel like my energy's been kind of everywhere within the past year or two, and it haven't given me like enough time for myself, and I had to let go of some people because I feel like letting go is also an act of love. Also, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, dude.
So
You're doing each other a favor.
yeah,
If it's not the right puzzle piece, how are they gonna find their puzzle piece if you fucking holding on to that shit?
factual. So
Serious.
I agree with that. I mean, even like with the relationships, you find a girl who's like, potentially the one, and then you're
amazing.
kind of like actually knowing like at the end of the day that they're not the one, and then they're like, it's not the puzzle for you. I'm not, I don't want to block
Think about this, man.
you
Very important.
being with someone else.
Exactly. No, but I know it sounds like self-serving, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like, even if that puzzle piece is afraid to lose you, afraid to be alone, what if there's no other
I mean, I used to be that.
puzzle piece to come around that fits them as good as you do, right? Even if they feel that way, it's still better to let them go, because there is, you know when it's not fitting.
Yeah,
And I used to do that too. You hold on because you're afraid. What if you don't find the better fit, right? What if you made a mistake? But dude, you know in your gut, you
Yeah.
gotta let that
Life
go.
always reveals itself, though. I mean, yeah, I was that
Factuals.
person before. And I was in an 8-year relationship, and I remember
Sheesh.
just like being in that relationship, thinking like this is the one, but
Yup.
then actually knowing like, okay, this isn't the one, but I'm gonna just stay in it because it was very comfortable and convenient. And at the time, I was kind of serving them versus them, each other serving each other, and she was still younger, but at the time, I had to really understand that I'm not really being 100% in this relationship. And, I think it's best that I just exit, during this time, because if I waste any more years,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it was a waste. It wasn't a waste, but like 8 years in, you're like, I mean,
Well, you learn whatever you're gonna learn from each other,
100%.
and when you feel that feeling of like, you gotta move on, man.
Yeah, I mean, and there's still
and
love
you're
there.
you're doing them a
Factual.
favor too. Like,
Mhm.
dude, I was married. I was with my ex-wife for 11 years, man.
Yeah.
3 kids. But really, I think both of us will admit, after a month of dating, we kind of knew, because it was like there were just issues, man.
Wasn't clicking.
Controllingness,
Yeah.
fighting over, like, we were both probably not emotionally intelligent. I wasn't. I'm sure that didn't help.
Yeah.
But we stayed together, and the more we stayed together, the more we
The
were
more I
like,
got.
and we kept breaking up, getting together, because.
Yeah.
And I remember it was that fear of being alone.
Yeah.
And ultimately we got married, man. And then when you get married, I was like, all right, well, I guess we'll have kids. Because I just thought that's what you do. I want to have kids. So I'm married. This is it. I'm never going to get divorced.
This is it.
I had a lot of I
This
had
is
a
it.
lot of false assumptions, like I'll never get divorced. Not
Mm.
me. I'm not these fucking losers, man.
That's what I be saying too
Right?
right now.
Right? I judged, I got to tell you, I'm just being honest, right? I
Judgmental.
judged divorced because I came from the old country. I was 4 years old. I was born in Ukraine and came when I was 4. My parents, all my family stayed together,
So you
for the
got-
most part,
Yeah.
until recently. But I judged divorced dads thinking, man, they can't even keep their family together. What the fuck?
Bummy
Right?
ass.
Loser. I thought. I mean, I didn't say it. I would never express that, but I'm
But you
just
thought
saying
it.
deep down, I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
man, like, dude, like that's not family values, right? But then it happened to me, and I realized I didn't really have it all figured out like I thought. And I had so much fucking guilt and anxiety from leaving,
Yeah.
so much guilt abandoning my children, even though I kept them half the time, the whole time, for 10 years now. But even then, I was like, I'm abandoning them half the time. Like, being a father was the most important thing to me. And I basically was like, I am a fucking loser at the most important job that I had, being a husband and a father.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It was hard, man.
Yeah.
I went to therapy. I went to actual therapists, which I would never do. But it kind of opened me up, man, because it took 2 years after separating of like still blaming her and arguing with her over the phone, but reading books and going, fuck, something's not working here, man. Like we're
Yeah.
still arguing. I'm still like I'm angry.
We're
Like
not
this
even
isn't
together.
good.
Why are we
Yeah.
arguing?
And I started reading like anger
Be like
management
that, though.
books, assertiveness books, like
Yeah.
and realizing, damn, dude, I am like emotionally
Fuck.
retarded. That's not a good word. I shouldn't use emotionally unintelligent.
Yeah.
All right. Really. I was, man. Like I didn't know it. I just thought, well, this is how you are. This is how a man acts. You know what I mean? I didn't know how to express my feelings, what I really thought. You just like hide it all and act macho and
Yeah.
don't talk to them if you don't get your way eventually or you know, or don't say anything. I would not say anything
Yeah.
for a long time about stuff until we get so bad where I just blow up about it.
And then you just
Yeah. And then
spit
you're
it
the
out.
bad guy and like
Yeah.
just dude, it's typical stuff, but didn't work very well, man. Like now I look at myself after like all these last 10 years of like progression and I'm like, damn, dude,
Yeah.
different, definitely a lot different, man. But it was a lot of learning and looking at yourself and admitting like, all right, maybe you don't have it all figured out. And it's not easy to do.
No, 100%.
I feel like I'm at the point in life where I'm willing to let go of anyone. Just because I feel like if it's meant to be, like no matter what, you're gonna find your way back to that person. So I just feel like at any given moment, I mean, of course, my feelings are attached and it's gonna hurt regardless. But I feel like I'm at the point in my life where I'm willing to let go of even people that I love the most and care about the most.
Yeah.
And if
Listen,
they
man,
come back,
when you go to the gym and start a workout, like, you know, program, you know it's going to hurt.
yeah,
Sometimes it's going to hurt. But you, as long as you know
The
why you're doing
results.
it and like what your gut's telling you and follow, I think you always follow your instinct and your gut because it just tends to be right more often. You might still be wrong, but like you said, and if you could do it in a kind way, you know,
Yeah,
if
of
it's
course.
meant to be, like if you guys are really a good puzzle fit,
it's gonna come back.
it'll come back because that
regardless.
puzzle will be like, holy, there's nothing here for me. Like
Yeah,
Paris, where are you? And if it's not, then you just got to go like, all right, well, I hope they find their match. And we
Yeah.
were close, just a little off over here on this edge.
And I think that's what life's about, you know, kind of fine tuning and tweaking, you know,
Yes, baby.
every moment. I mean, of course, in any part of our lives, we can always kind of come back and adjust, you know, like kind of fine tune them. And, you know, it's kind of like this board right here. You got to adjust that and fine tune that proper sound that needs to be there, you know,
Fact.
And
during
it's
that
never
time.
exact, never perfect, right?
Yeah,
It's
for
just
sure.
you. But you can like, dude, I love that analogy, man. Like, you know, and it's like, it doesn't have to all be tens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
You know, and you like look
It's
at things that don't
balance,
work for you
you
and
know?
go like, okay, let me tweak that a little bit. Like, hey, like smoking pot isn't effective for me. It makes me lazy. All right, what do I want to do about it? Or do I want to not? It's okay not to, man. See, I want people to accept themselves. And if that's the life you want, that's okay. It's just this game kind of gives you what you put in. It tends to, right? Hard work. You got to put in hard work.
100%.
Like I never saw anyone make it like, oh, they followed their dream and they got lucky.
Mhm.
Everyone likes to think that like Britney Spears got lucky. Dude, she worked her ass off, dude.
Yeah, I mean, she was
Anybody
on
that
Disney
made it,
Channel for
yeah.
like as a kid. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Justin Bieber got discovered on whatever, like
ju-
YouTube, but he was doing work.
see, but that goes in with just doing what you love, though. It's just like,
Yes.
because I feel like I fell into the place where I was just like working these jobs or whatever just to like get bread, just like because I had to survive. So it's just like
Yep.
once I kind of like stopped that and kind of was just like, you know what, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how much like um I don't have this or have this right now, it's just like at the end of the day I was happy, like still doing what I love, and then eventually I feel like doing what you love, it'll bring what you need. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Yes.
So it's
I
just
mean,
like, I mean, I feel like a lot of people have like a lot. My opinion, I feel like a lot of unhappiness with people. They're not doing what they love. They're working 9 to 5s every day, coming home too tired to work on their dreams, and then they do it again and again and again and again, and then they get to the age to where it's just like they retire, and it's
Right.
kind of just like too late.
Yeah.
The reality though is, and I feel like I try to be a realist, really like a realist. The reality is the system is not really set up for people to find themselves. The school system is fucked up. It's like a prison system. It's like sit there and shut the fuck up. For example, if a kid is a loudmouth in class, the teacher should be emotionally intelligent enough to recognize that and say, "Hey Johnny, come here for a second. You know what? Looks like you like attention. You might be an entertainer. How would you like doing once a week? I'm gonna give you 5 minutes in front of the class. Come up with a routine, keep it clean, right? Or hey, have you thought about dancing? Or do you want to take a comedy class? Like, why do they shut that kid up? Send him the principal's off, tell him he's a loser,
Because they're
write him
there
up.
for the paycheck.
They're there for their paycheck,
There
man.
for
They're
the
not
paycheck.
And also,
trained.
they didn't get trained. It's just kind of like the
Yes,
police. It's like, I mean,
right.
they're
Poor
they're
training,
they're no
dude.
one's been trained to be emotionally intelligent, to be
Right.
compassionate towards these people. So
Factuals,
it's like
bro.
they just lash out. "Oh, I'm gonna just shoot them, or I'm just gonna send them to the
Absolutely.
police office. I mean,
It,
to the principal's office, and then, let them
yeah.
handle it. And then they send them home to their parents, and their parents are like, "Why are you being bad at school?" It's like,
Look,
I'm
man.
not. I'm.
It's proven around the world that the police force and the teachers
Yeah,
get better with better training and better and higher standards
yeah,
and higher pay. And I'm not saying it's easy to fix that, but that's what you need to do.
100%.
Like the school system's not going to work until you have higher standards.
Hmm.
All these, there aren't that many teachers that actually should be teachers
Hmm.
or that are trained properly to be teachers. And then
Yeah,
there's like amazing ones, but they can't do the work of 10 teachers. That's
yeah.
what it is, like a 1 to 9
I
ratio.
mean, I remember in high school, I only had probably like three teachers that I really liked, and the rest I was just like, I don't
So
really
is
like
it
you.
yeah, so is it you or the teacher? Because you know what? That seems to be the magic number. We talked to Dylan, he's like, yeah, there were like 3 teachers that were amazing, and then the rest, he basically flipped them off on camera, I think. But I
I
mean,
mean, there was really like three teachers that I can really count on my fingers and say like those teachers really made an impact in my life. I mean, not saying the ones that were too hard or rude. I mean, it just for me. I mean, I remember running to a teacher that I had, and this is 10 years out of high school, and I didn't even remember their name because I'm like, dang, like, what's your name again? It's like, I mean, but the teacher that was really good to you, you're going to remember their name. You're going to take them to lunch. Like, because of you, you helped me. And I think, just looking at our relationship and the other people's lives that you touch, I feel like a lot of people would look up to you in that way because it's like you've kind of always shown that type of compassion towards like a lot of people, like me, Paris, uh, Leoba, Mary Jane, Little Fresh Sam. Like, you always kind of, no matter what, how many years it goes by or whatever, it's like, people will know, like, yo, Rick, he's a good dude. He really did kind of put me in a position, even though he didn't have all the answers or whatever. It really helped me in a huge way. I mean, for me in my life, I mean, who would have known where I would have been, without, linking up with you? And it's only been, like I said, what, 2, 3 years, and I mean, we went through some tough times. I mean, especially, I mean, I wasn't planning to talk about this, but when I had went to jail, Rick actually helped bail me out of jail. Like, I talked to him. We were filming this documentary, and he was like, man, if you're ever in a situation, I got you. Like, and I was like, a lot of people say they got you, but it's like, do they really got you until that time comes? And it's just crazy because like that time
Facts,
came,
man.
and I was in jail, and I was like, I mean, at the time my family wasn't like financially enough to like say, what, I can get you out. So it's like, well, there's one person, and I called Rick, and I mean, it meant a lot. Like for me, it was incredible. Like I said, just to be able to like have you be there in that time of need, that was like a powerful moment for me. It was like a dark place in my life, and a lot of us, we have these dark moments in our lives that we go through, and it's like you were a light in that moment in my darkness, and I was like, I know you battle your own insecurities and things like that, but it's like you're so much of like a beacon for so many people, you know. And I mean, it's so powerful to like I said, to only be there for what was it, a few hours or something a day, and then I was out, and you know, I was like, you know what, Free, we're gonna help you beat this thing, and I'll beat it. You know, I was able to overcome it, and you know, just looking back at it, it just really shows the character of people that you come in contact with. You know what I mean? I would call you my family, really, because like, you know, family is not just blood. Like, you know, even meeting Paris and London. I mean, I remember when you first was talking to these guys, and all of us were kind of like working together, you know, taking pictures, filming, and you know, I mean, you were just in our corner, and like whether things worked or didn't work, I mean, you still believed. And you know, I think just that faith of like showing that you can put that much faith in somebody, you know, it meant a lot for me. So, you know, I just, like I said, I want to acknowledge that for sure. You know, that's firsthand. I can't even, you know, front and be like, all of the things that I've gotten is because of me. Like, you know, it's all the people like you that's been there, you know, regardless of if I had a job or not. You know, it's like, you know, hey, Free, I got this soccer arena, you know, you want to come in and like create something epic. And, you know, I mean, we did. And, you know, just like I said, just being that person and that beacon, and just like that light during the time that, you know, I really needed it was powerful. You know, I'm really grateful. Um, and yeah, I mean, I can't wait to, you know, continue building, and continue like pouring, both of us kind of pouring into each other's lives, you know. I think there's a lot of great opportunities ahead, and you know, the future's still bright. And you know, like I said, I love the kids and what you have planned, and with every venture that you're doing. I mean, I'm all in, you know, 100%. So, you know, you got me.
That was fucking beautiful.
You know,
Ah,
I
That
try to
was,
keep the tears back, you
nah,
know,
that
but
was
dude.
you know, it
crazy.
I
was,
really appreciate that, man.
this man is the truth for sure. Slick Rick the Ruler.
Slick Rick.
Yeah, in my phone, that's his name.
Yeah,
Slick Rick the Ruler.
bro, mine's is Slick Rick.
That was awesome,
That was
man.
crazy, bro. I didn't even know all that, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough time. I mean, like, I talked to Rick. What we were doing, like a documentary with a few of your friends. And, you know, prior to the documentary, we was filming, and I was like, I don't really feel all the way comfortable, like, filming right now, because, you know, I feel like there's like this dark cloud over me. And I remember just like this one night, I just was like, open with Rick. And you know, it's hard to be vulnerable with a person that you kind of just
Just
met.
met, yeah.
You're like, damn, like, I mean, I'm clean, bro. I don't have no problems with the law or anything, but just in case something does happen, this is what may occur. And then, like I said, just maybe a month or two later, I was on a cruise with my family, and like, you know, we were coming back into docking into Long Beach, and out of nowhere, like, you know, we got a knock at the door like 6 in the morning, and we're on a cruise. Like, you know, you don't think like
Yeah.
the police is coming for you. So it's like my brother gets up and he opens it, and it's like 8 police officers, border patrol people, like storming in, you know, coming in. They're like, "Are you so and so?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then they're
Yeah.
like, "You're going to jail. Like, you got a warrant for your arrest." I'm like, "What?
What?
Like, what are you talking about?" So I'm like dazed and confused, you know. And there's like camera people filming me and taking pictures, and I just felt like just like so embarrassed, like, you know, like, damn, like they're trying to paint me to be this criminal. I don't even know what I did. And you know, I mean, during that time I was being framed by an old person I used to work for, by name of Jeff Hamilton. And you know, he was a famous jacket designer in the world, you know, in the 90s. You know, he made the championship jackets for Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, like, you know, all those jackets that people wore in the 90s. He was like that staple. And you know, he was trying to steal some of my artwork, and I ended up moving out of the studio where I was managing. And you know, he made up a story saying that I broke in, I stole $80,000 worth of jackets. And you know, I mean, if I were to steal jackets, why would I leave the Kobe Bryant jacket or the Michael Jordan jacket or the Muhammad Ali
Exactly.
jacket or all the good
All the
jackets
good
were
jackets.
left?
It didn't make sense,
And
man.
it's like,
Yeah.
why are these jackets left? But then I stole these off brand name jackets. That doesn't make sense. So, you know, all in all, the police made some fake investigation, you know, went after me. And, you know, like I said, and during that time, I was still just working with Rick. And I was like, man, like, I don't really want to make this phone
But
call.
there was a reason he did it.
Yeah.
Because, right, didn't he like owe you? Oh, he stole one of
Well,
your
he
pieces.
stole one of my paintings.
And you were like, hey, man, like, that's my
I
art.
didn't want him to steal it.
Yeah. And
like,
then,
you know, he was
and
trying to
then
keep
he
it for himself.
basically, from everything I read later,
Yeah.
even in the
Yeah.
case file, and it got released. You got released, right?
Well,
Like,
no,
they-
I
they
mean, I had
dropped-
to go through a jury, and like I said, the jury had to determine that I was not guilty. You know,
Okay.
it wasn't like, oh, it just
Well,
got
that's even
swept under
more.
a rug. So I mean, it was real serious. Like, I mean, they were trying to send me to jail for like
Right.
5 years, like
Damn.
grand theft, and you know, I mean, I could have been in jail now. Like, it just happened last year to where I was actually like released from it. But like, you know, I mean, there was only a few people in my corner during that time, and like I said, Rick was definitely one of those key components in like making sure, like, you know, mentally I was like, you know, taken care of, and like financially, like whatever I needed, you know, he came through and was like, you know, Phree, if you need a work or a job or whatever, I mean, you need a place to sleep. You mean I ain't got much, but you know, and I mean, this is even before he had this house. I remember you had that
The
townhome
Yeah. So
not too far from here, and you're like, yeah, bro, but I'm about to get this house. And I mean, I'm just so blown away by just like even the determination, like, you know, through all the things that you've gone through, you know, you're still able to manifest, you know, all the dreams that you have. And you know, I mean, this is a manifestation and making your dreams reality. So it's like, I know you were a realist,
Yeah.
so it's like,
I'm just
you
faking
know,
it, man. Like,
the
really,
dreams.
just
This is
yeah.
a dream come true, you know what I mean? To be in this house, to be able to have your kids, you know, live a nice life outside of, you know, what other people, you know, in other countries. I mean, in Ukraine and in Soviet Union, I'm sure they won't live a life like this. And,
Right.
you know, I mean, like I said, you're doing a phenomenal job just for me. And, you know, like I said, I'm just grateful, like I said, for you
Appreciate
being there.
that, man. Like,
And
you made my, I don't know. Like, I just really appreciate you saying that, and you didn't have to go into that, but like,
yeah, I mean, I didn't,
It's
and
nice
it's not
to-
a thing that I like to talk about. I mean, it's not something I don't want to say I'm ashamed of it, but you know, it's a moment of where someone tried to, you know, tarnish my name, and
yeah.
you know, people could read things about you and hear rumors about you, but it's like, you know, the ones that really stay by your side through thick or thin, you know, that's
Yeah.
what really shows like the true meaning of life. Like, you know what I mean?
knock him out the box, Rick. Knock him out, Rick. Knock him out the box.